starting a dance often feels like proposing a problem, getting into a maze and trying to find your way out.
For this particular piece, the story is still being created. It feels a little more like a modern art piece where you're bringing these offerings to the table and we'll see how it builds on top of each other to create the piece.
So Dana worked closely with Bobbi and Orr to decide what costume elements we can have available for them to begin their creative process. How many costumes are we going to build? What different elements of the costumes are we going to have available, and how are we going to make them function in a way that can support what they're asking for?
Bobbi and Orr wanted it to be clothing. One of the first things they said to me, they said, we don't want dance fabric, right? So the idea that these people work as this group, but they also have an individuality to them, and they are actually clothes. Working with the team here using wools and silks instead of doing some of the stretch fabrics that sometimes we sneak in because we get that extra shift to it.
They are so classy and so elegant, and you could just see the dancers' demeanor change as soon as the jacket came on and they looked in the mirror and it just sort of snapped in place and you were like, yes.
There's something about the monochromatic, the black and white of the tuxedos and the white and black of the scenography that slowly, as the piece advances, we will see hopefully metaphorical shades of gray. So it becomes a little bit more, the formality crumbles a little bit and becomes a little bit more raw and visceral.
We love the formalistic feeling and the ritualistic feeling of it, that it is, in a way, it is choreographed. Different cultures choreograph different processions, and love that there's already so much choreographic material to build upon and then to create our own version of.
To have these moments in your career are so important and will ultimately define a moment in time for the National Ballet of Canada. It could really distinguish a new era for us. It could really become something that is signature, that is completely distinctive for the National Ballet of Canada, and something that I think could really change how our audiences look at us and how they engage with us.